On Chiaki's birthday, Enoshima released motivational videos to get the students to kill. And the day after, everything changed again. Meizono-san looked like a broken doll, lying there, her head lolling to one side and her limbs abnormally limp. A knife was embedded in her stomach, like a morbid pin the tail on the donkey. Dried blood caked the floor and wall of the shower. Chiaki swallowed, watching Naegi-kun scream and scream until he fainted. She was a bystander, and she was shaken by this. How much worse was he feeling then, when he'd known and cared about Meizono-san? If it had been one of her precious classmates there instead? Pounding footsteps echoed, and Ishimaru-kun came charging in.
Naegi-kun! What caused you to...
With a surprised yell, he tripped over the unconscious boy's body. Grimacing, he lifted his head and came face to face with Meizono-san. His face paled, his mouth opened and shut for several minutes before finally spluttering,
What?
Kirigiri-san was next, deftly stepping past the tangle of limbs at the entrance. Her eyes widened a little, but that was her only visible sign of surprise. As she moved, pressing 2 fingers to Meizono-san's neck, the school's intercom dinged. A body has been discovered! All students, please make your way to the gym for a special assembly with your headmaster! Ishimaru-kun scrambled backwards, looking ill.
Body? Then Meizono-kun really is...
There was a stampede of footsteps, and the rest of the students burst into the scene, clogging in the doorway, trying to peer over each other's shoulders. Fukawa-san hung alone at the back, eyes squeezed shut, mumbling,
I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look.
Over and over.
Goodness.
Celeste-san said mildly, one hand delicately covering her mouth.
Is she really?
It seems so.
Kirigiri-san rose, looking resigned. She cast Naige's body a glance.
Could someone pick Naegi-kun up and bring him with us? We'd best not tarry any longer than we have.
Wait! Hagakura-kun stepped forward on shaky legs, his casual grin ever so slightly strained. This is still just a prank, right? I mean, it looks very real, that blood is very convincing, but... Are you blind, deaf, or just dumb? Tagami-kun sneered. She's clearly dead. Nope. The ultimate clairvoyant smile looked very forced now, and he shook his head back and further, muttering in a lower tone, Nope, it's not real. None of this is really happening. Leaving the idiot aside. Pushing past a shaking Fujisaki-san and a wide-eyed Kawada-kun, Awada-kun forced his way into the tiny bathroom, coming nose to nose with the young woman. Did I hear you right? Are you really suggesting we listen to that punk-ass bear? He's the bastard who caused all this!
I know, and that's exactly why I'm saying we should.
Her cool response snapped Awada-kun's mouth shut. Kirigiri-san's gaze swept over the students, making sure to look each one in the eye.
Like it or not, we're prisoners here. Monokuma oversees our comfort and our lives. It's best to comply with him for now. Who knows what else he might do otherwise?
And, well, that was that, wasn't it? So Ogami-san picked up Naegi-kun, and the students headed out to the gym. There, Monokuma had them wait for Naegi-kun to wake up, and once he did... Chiaki's heart twanged in empathy, seeing his pale face and teary eyes when he was told that no, he hadn't been imagining things. His friend was really dead. But he didn't have any time to mourn, as the bear leapt into the explanation of what was to come next. And Chiaki was shown that just when she thought things couldn't get any worse, they could.
They'll have to go through a trial? They'll have to sentence one of their classmates? One of their friends? To death? Or they'll all die? That's just too cruel.
Apparently, she wasn't the only one who thought so. She watched Not Enoshima storm over to Monokuma, throwing up a big fuss about how she wouldn't do this. He warned her to fall in line or else be locked up, but it had no effect. Her heel came down on the stuffed bear, stomping him into the floor as she sneered. And then... Chiaki shrieked, recoiling back as innumerable spears shot out of the floor and impaled the strawberry blonde. Oh god, blood. There was so much blood. Hollow eyes widened, and quivering hands pawed at the spears.
What? That's strange. Why was I...
And with a final shudder, Not Enoshima went limp. The spears retracted, and her body fell to the floor with a wet thump. A red pool slowly formed around her. As the corpse spasmed in the last of its death throes, Yamada-kun screamed. Fukawa-kun moaned and covered her eyes, her thin frame trembling. Fujisaki-san's eyes welled with tears, and several others gaped in disbelief. Boring, was all Kamakura-kun sighed.